Sanyam, founder at Virra Electric, Jalna. This is our product, electric street vending cart, which has been specifically designed for elimination of fatigue for street vendors. As you can see, this electric cart has a simple thumb of push operation, which carries all the 300 kgs of payload. This has forward reverse button so that the operations can be done as per the need. The battery is removable. This can be taken out and taken home for charging. And we have given specifically designed hand brakes so that there is no need to put stones while parking the cart. This is our first product that we have sold at Jalna. Hopefully this begins our journey in revolutionizing the street vending ecosystem and also taking load off of the street vendors so that they can focus on their earning well.
मी 1982 पासून आहे ना राष्ट्रीय हिंदी विद्यालय शाळेसमोर मी गाडी लावतो. तर माझी गाडीचं वजन असल्यामुळं मी काय केलं 2019 करून कोरोनाच्या नंतर गाडी लावणंच बंद केलं तर बर्फाची वजन असल्यामुळं आणि पाठीचा मणक्याचा त्रास असल्यामुळं मला गाडी लावणं शक्य नव्हतं. आणि नंतर ही जी मी गाडी नवीन खरेदी केली त्या गाडी खरेदी केल्यामुळं माझं आहे ना आता सर्व वजन उचलणं कमी झालं, ढकलणं कमी झालं. फक्त मी बटन एका बटनावर मी कन्हैयानगर ते राष्ट्रीय हिंदी विद्यालय शाळेसमोर येऊ शकतो. मला आता वजन उचलायचं काम नाही, गाडी पलटवायचं काम नाही नसल्यामुळं मी आता सगळं गाडी व्यवस्थित लावली. आता मी कोरोनाच्या नंतर आता 19 नंतर मी आता गाडी लावली 2 दिवसामुळे. आणि तर मी आता बर्फाचा व्यवसाय अवजड असल्यामुळं मी आता व्यवसाय करू शकतो. ही गाडी घेतल्यापासून माझं आता वजनाचा आणि याचा काही संबंध नाही राहिला. फक्त एका बटनावर मी गाडी कन्हैयानगर ते राष्ट्रीय हिंदी विद्यालय शाळेसमोर आणू शकतो गाडी.
नमस्ते. तेजस, the podcast series of the Nath School of Business and Technology, recently rechristened as the enterprising Jalna and Sambhajinagar. Today, we travel to Jalna to capture the enterprising spirit and journey of a young entrepreneur and his firm Virra Electrics. Let us meet Sanyam Kawde, learn about his journey to date and his future aspirations. Namaste, Sanyam.
Namaste, ma'am. Thank you for having me. So, as you said that young entrepreneur, so I'll specifically tell you that I'm 26-year-old, started my journey at Virra Electric, building an electric vehicle manufacturing company from Jalna itself.
But before that, if you would like to throw some light on your education and the journey up to the age of 25, I would say.
Okay, so I completed my engineering in electronics and instrumentation in 2021. During my engineering stint, I got to work hands-on on multiple different robotics and automation-related, IoT-related projects. The hands-on experience from my projects got me a lot interested in the technical hardware part of the things. And also during my final year, I wrote GATE exam because I wanted to get into deeper into the technical field.
Right.
So in order aspiring to get an MTech degree in the technical background itself, wrote GATE exam, excelled in GATE exam as well because I got AIR 500 into the GATE exam.
Oh, all India rank 500.
Yes.
Oh, that's an achievement.
Engineering.
Excellent.
Based on that score, I had an opportunity to join ISC or many top tier IITs for doing my MTech and extend my technical education forward. But also in final year campus placements, I got placed in Smart Controls India Limited, a Bangalore-based company which provides Industry 4.0 services to major manufacturing facilities. So I had a dilemma there that should I continue towards my technical education forward or get an hands-on experience and the manufacturing exposure.
Right.
Then I got I thought that the GATE score would be valid for 2 years. So why not get a hands-on experience now itself in the industry, and then utilize my GATE score 2 years later with an hands-on experience. I will
Right.
be able to get the technical understanding in my MTech better. So decided to continue with the job. For 2 years, I commissioned multiple projects in big manufacturing industries, deployed multiple robots, did their software analytics of the manufacturing as well, and got to understand how the large scale manufacturing facilities actually work and actually scale to that level and maintain the productivity at that level as well.
Yeah, it's a rigorous experience that you gained.
Yeah, so from college itself, I deep down had an intent that I would want an manufacturing of my own in future. And when I got an exposure of manufacturing in my job role, I understood that management background or a management experience would also add better value in terms of understanding the financial and all the business aspect of the things.
Right.
So I had a technical experience, so I thought why not get a business experience as well.
Okay. So what happened to your GATE score?
Well, the thought of exposing myself to the business background came, and the GATE score got invalid.
Oh.
Because 2 years passed by. So
And you left the job after that?
yeah, because managing job work profile of constantly being out there in the manufacturing facilities and studying was not parallelly possible. So I had to leave my job, and then as everyone know that for a business degree or business background education at postgraduate level, we need to give CAT exam. So started preparing for CAT exam. Wrote the CAT exam and also the Maharashtra CET or MBA CET that happens. Both of these exams got over. Then there is a time wherein we do not have a score in hand. Also, the interviews are going on for the colleges, but there is no concrete result, as in which colleges we'd be going to and how the whole process went on. So we're sort of hanging in between, right?
Right.
So at that time, from childhood, I've been listening that the Jalna manufacturing facility is quite big. Jalna is pretty big into steel, seats, and the manufacturing facilities are also worth exploring. Giving the fact that I had little bit of understanding in the job profile for how does large manufacturing scale works. So thought that why not explore local industries, because often what happens is we get to hear about bigger manufacturing industries in tier 2, tier 1 cities and their growth stories, but no one really talks about what exactly is happening in their localities. So just in order to understand the scale and how deep the Jalna's manufacturing industry is, thought that I would start visiting manufacturing facilities and understand at what level the MSMEs and the bigger players are working and what's the difference in between them.
Right.
So
you made good use of the time of between the CAT exam and the score being given. So, but what was your CAT score?
So I got the CAT score of 96 percentile, and also the MBA CET
That's at the all India level.
That's at all India
Excellent.
level. And for Maharashtra CET, it's 99.87.
Excellent.
So
and yet you preferred not to go for the MBA degree?
Oh, that's an interesting story. So what happened is, while I was exploring the local facilities, also my uncle, Mr. Sunil Raithatta, and a dear mentor to me, who has his own big manufacturing facility at Jalna called Vinodra Engineers, which is pretty famous, and doing technology exports from Jalna to 80 plus countries.
Yes.
So went on to discuss with him what's happening in my career, and also what are my aspirations of getting myself exposed to business apart from technical as well.
Right.
And also the long-term exposure, wherein I would like to have my own manufacturing someday in Jalna, so that I would be close to my family as well, and also earning and doing some pretty good work in the technology.
Yes, contributing to the technology space in from the city to the country.
Yes.
Right. Excellent.
So while discussing these things with him, he asked me a simple question: why do you want to wait for a long term to have your own manufacturing facility? Why not now? Well, I told him that I do not have some recent plans of doing so, even though I have some problem statements in mind, which might be worth solving for. But in order to get the business expertise, because I am technically sound, but in order to convert that technical product into a viable business, I would need the business understanding. That is why I was thinking that I should go for an MBA. He convinced me that why going to an MBA won't help me. And why
At that stage.
Why an hands-on experience with your own facility and your own business is the best MBA.
Okay.
Instead of having an academic understanding, you would get an hands-on understanding of business aspect as well if you are going forward with your own venture.
Okay. And then how many ideas did you explore or think of? Or was this the one and only idea that you had?
No. So at that time, I had quite a 3-4 ideas which I was exploring or going deeper in order to understand them, the market viability and the target market, everything. So I shared those ideas with him. Together, we sort of segregated those ideas and structured the thought properly, and got onto this particular idea of building electric vehicles into particularly a low speed category.
Okay.
So that this particular idea would have an impact, social impact, as well as there's no bigger player who are currently focused into this market, and the market is pretty big.
Okay.
So how this particular market would grow exponentially in coming near future, and how we can take a smaller pie out of that market to ourselves.
So tell me, how did you go about it? Did you define a product, its market, and then maybe some 5-year plans कि कैसे ये business आगे बढ़ेगा?
We didn't go that academically actually.
Okay, but then every idea needs a landing gear and wings. तो अब बताओ कैसे निकल पड़ी आपकी गाड़ी?
So basically what we did is कि हमने 4 आइडियाज को शॉर्टलिस्ट जब किया
जी,
तो उसमें से जो प्रोडक्ट बनने वाला है, तो वो प्रोडक्ट प्लस उसको लगने वाली टेक्निकल स्किल्स और उसे फ्यूचर में स्केल करने के लिए भी लगने वाला टेक्निकल टैलेंट, वो सारी चीज़ें कंसिडर करने के बाद ही हमें डिसीजन लेना था ना
जी।
जैसे उसमें रोबोटिक्स रिलेटेड आइडियाज थे, उसमें इंडस्ट्रियल मटेरियल हैंडलिंग में एजीवीज बनाने के जैसे आइडियाज थे. Even though I am technically sound, we can make the prototype and we can deploy the cards, but at the time of scaling, जो technical skill set वाले लोग लगेंगे, तो again we need to accept that we are working from a tier 3 city.
Right.
तो उतना हायर लेवल का स्किल और टैलेंट यहाँ पे ढूंढना मुश्किल हो सकता है. तो कोइंसिडेंटली जो ये हमारा स्ट्रीट वेंडिंग वाला जो आइडिया था, that problem was pretty much everyone was aware about that problem, that every street vendor in India right now is using a age-old pushcart.
Right.
That pushcart is muscle power driven. There's no innovation that has been happened into that pushcart since ages. मतलब 100 साल पुरानी पुशकार्ट और अभी की पुशकार्ट कुछ भी फर्क नहीं है, सेम है सब कुछ. और रिलेटेबल भी है वो प्रॉब्लम कि या एक्चुअली द प्रॉब्लम एग्जिस्ट. तो वी डिसाइडेड कि उसके पीछे वो प्रोडक्ट बनाने में क्या क्या लगने वाला है, प्लस हाउ द टीयर 3 इकोसिस्टम विल ऑल्सो बी एबल टू कन्वर्ट दैट प्रोटोटाइप इनटू अ वायबल बिजनेस, राइट. In future, then that the things come to us that will train the talent, will upskill them, and the things will go ahead so that we can make the higher technical grade products as well.
That's future, yeah. But how did it all begin?
So what happened is we finalized that we're gonna make street vending pushcart, which is electrically powered and motorized.
Okay.
But then my education background was in electronics. Designing a full stack vehicle that is a pushcart required, apart from electronics, the mechanical understanding, the design aspect, the aesthetics, and how do we convert that aesthetics using real world metal or materials into a reality. So therein came the expertise of my uncle. So at Vinodra Engineers, what we did is we made a prototype into a software, that is AutoCAD. AutoCAD और 3D मॉडलिंग में हमने बना के देखा, एस्थेटिकल उसके फंक्शनैलिटी के साथ में एस्थेटिक्स वगैरह सब कुछ डिसेंट इनफ जब हमें लगे कि नाउ वी कैन कन्वर्ट इट इनटू अ रियलिटी, तो उन्हीं की फैसिलिटी में उन्हीं के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को यूटिलाइज करते हुए हमने एक प्रोटोटाइप बनाया। अब वो प्रोटोटाइप तो हमने हमारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग से स्ट्रीट वेंडर को ऑब्जर्व करके बना लिया कि बाबा उसको पुश करने में एफर्ट लगाना पड़ता है, नॉर्मल कार्ड को टर्न करना नहीं पड़ता, उसे पीछे से उठाना पड़ता है
जी।
उसको एक्स्ट्रा स्टोरेज नहीं है, वो इंटेलिजेंटली डिजाइन नहीं है, तो उसे ब्रांडिंग वगैरह करना नहीं आता है उसके ऊपर। तो ये सारी एक थर्ड आई पर्सपेक्टिव से हमने ऑब्जर्व करके बनाई हुई चीजें थी, बट एक्चुअली उसे स्ट्रीट वेंडर के पास ले जाना और उनका उसको एक्सपीरियंस करके फीडबैक लेना बहुत ज़रूरी था। तो हमने जालना में एक फुले मार्केट है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स, हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पुश कार्ड्स वहाँ पे डेली आती है। तो हमने एक पैम्पलेट बनाया छोटा सा, वी इन्वाइटेड ईच एंड एवरी स्ट्रीट वेंडर हु हैज़ अ पुश कार्ड ऑन टू अ सर्टन लोकेशन। वी सेड कि बाबा आपको आपका दिन भर का काम छोड़ के आने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम आपके मार्केट से 5 मिनट वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस पे खड़े रहेंगे एक स्टॉल लगा के एक जगह पे। आप जब भी आपको समय हो 5 मिनट के लिए आना, एक्सपीरियंस करना, फीडबैक देना और चले जाना, ठीक है। इसमें 2 रीजन थे, हम उनके पास पुश कार्ड लेके जा सकते थे पर वो पुश कार्ड बहुत रॉ थी और हमें टारगेटेड फीडबैक चाहिए था। अगर हम रोड पे जाके खड़े होते ना तो 2 स्ट्रीट वेंडर होते पर 10 बाकी के लोग भी होते
जी,
तो उससे क्या होता, नॉइस क्रिएट हो जाता बहुत ज्यादा, एक्चुअल ग्राउंड लेवल पे फीडबैक नहीं आ पाता। तो इसलिए हमने उन्हें बुलाने का सही समझा। अब उन्हें बुलाने में एक दूसरी चीज ये भी है कि हाउ रियल इज द प्रॉब्लम, वो समझ में आएगा। इफ द स्ट्रीट वेंडर इज एक्चुअली सफरिंग फ्रॉम द प्रॉब्लम ना, ही वुड टेक out his time and come and experience the car.
Right. That's very practical strategy to implement. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
So that's exactly what happened. I mean, we distributed some 500 odd pamphlets into street vendors, but we were expecting भाई 10-20 लोग भी आ गए ना
जी,
हमें फीडबैक चाहिए था वो मिल जाएगा, but unexpectedly 100 to 130 street vendors actually came,
okay,
experienced the car, gave their feedback and also gave positive feedback as far as the utility that we have solved. बाकी कुछ छोटे मोटे फीडबैक थे कि प्लेटफॉर्म को ऐसा नहीं, ये साइज का नहीं, वो साइज का बनाना चाहिए वगैरह वगैरह, पर एक्चुअल जो ड्राइव ट्रेन हमने सॉल्व करी थी, जो इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन मोटराइजेशन किया था कार्ड का, उसके ऊपर सभी के पॉजिटिव फीडबैक्स थे, विच गिव अस द कॉन्फिडेंस कि वी कैन कंटिन्यू अहेड विद दिस आइडिया, क्योंकि फीडबैक काफी अच्छा है और ओवरवेलमिंग रिस्पॉन्स है, काफी अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स है, व्हिच मींस द प्रॉब्लम एक्चुअली एग्जिस्ट्स and no one has bothered solving it,
right,
because there is a perception about ki they might not be able to afford such solutions. So now while taking their feedback, we also took their opinion on the price point as well,
okay,
because that was an important aspect of the card. क्योंकि मोटराइज करना है कर देंगे, पर अब 1,00,000-2 लाख में आ रही है मोटराइज कार्ड, तो मोटराइज तो हो गई है कार्ड पर वो फायदा ही नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि वो मार्केट में रिस्पॉन्स उसे मिलेगा ही नहीं। तो नाउ द प्रॉब्लम वाज कि उसे अफोर्डेबल भी कैसे, मतलब बेसिक प्रोटोटाइप हो गया है, अब उसे अफोर्डेबल कैसे बनाना है उस पे काम करना था, और उनके जो मेजर छोटे मोटे जो फीडबैक्स थे इन टर्म्स ऑफ यूटिलिटी वो थोड़े सॉल्व करके एक दूसरा इटरेशन बनाना था।
okay,
प्राइस पॉइंट विच वी पिच देम, दे वर प्रीटी मच कंफर्टेबल।
okay,
नाउ द रियल टास्क वाज हाउ डू वी गो फ्रॉम प्रोटोटाइपिंग टू इनिशियल पायलट सेल्स। तो प्रोटोटाइपिंग तो हो गया, पर अब पायलट सेल्स में हाथों हाथ उन्हें कार्ड देना जरूरी है, क्योंकि अपन ही अगर अपने हिसाब से सोचे तो अपन कोई नई व्हीकल लेने जाते हैं तो पैसा दिए विद इन अ वीक अपन को व्हीकल डिलीवर होती है तो सेटिस्फैक्टरी होता है, पर ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कोई स्ट्रीट वेंडर को स्पेसिफिकली कि उसका पैसा अपन ले ले और महीने भर बाद उसे डिलीवर करें, ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं होता
जी।
तो वी डिसाइडेड टू मेंटेन एन इन्वेंटरी ऑफ लेट्स से 10 कार्ड्स, at least the raw material of 10 cards.
But that's expensive for you as a beginner.
Exactly. So then how do we gather the working capital?
Right.
That's where the magic, the incubation center based out of Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar came into the picture. So Sunil uncle himself suggested that there is a magic incubation center who supports early stage startups, and also there are various mentors and industry connects who might be able to help us in order to take this price down make it look aesthetically great, and also suggest us what kind of materials should be used and how do we go to market.
Right. So you had more expanding your advisors to the expertise of the industry.
That is
Which is very good.
Yeah, that is needed, no? Because
Absolutely.
I myself, consider my family background is in working class.
Right.
No one in my family, like my uncle, my brother or anyone, is in the business. let's say. So the business input is required when
Absolutely.
we grow the business,
No,
right?
there's no doubt about it.
Which is where the industry exposure and the connects that Magic gave helped me.
Okay.
And since Sunil uncle was also one of the directors, he also suggested, he knew what kind of effect the Magic might bring into the venture and how effective the scaling and the path ahead would be if we get in touch with them.
Right. Plus, he knew the effort and your intent that you were putting into building the cart. So yeah, so how did then Magic help you take this forward?
Now we were pitching to multiple grant funds and multiple schemes as well. But at that time, Magic was not there.
Okay.
We pitched on to an incubator based out of Indore. We got sanctioned a prototyping grant fund as well. But there was a time in between the disbursement of that fund. I didn't want to wait till the disbursal, because today is the opportunity, tomorrow might be
a lost case.
Lost case. So what we did is we went to Magic. We told them that this is what happening. This is the kind of feedback that we are receiving, and now we want to take this to the real world. I mean, we want to maintain 10 inventory of 10 cards and then start sales. Magic also understood that yes, we are on to something,
Right.
and the current little bit push from the working capital side might help us grow properly. So we got the money from them, a debt fund from them, and stocked the inventory, started with the batch production of 5 to 10 cards, and parallelly the prototype card which we had secondly iterated went on to a road show across whole Jalna city.
Excellent. Oh wow. That's a lovely idea. Very exciting.
That's interesting because we, in the span of 1 week,
Right.
visited all the major points where the street vendors gather, all the points wherein street vendors take their raw material from, and the points where the market is. We must have gone to each and every street vendor. Not each and every, but I would say 80% of street vendors of Jalna, we must have personally visited, personally gave them the demo of the cart. We ourselves were walking onto the roads pushing the cart. We were exhausted at the end of the day since we've been walking the whole day, but we were happy that we were getting positive feedbacks. For example, on the first day, we went to a certain area, let's say. We marketed our cart there, gave demonstrations there. Then the second place, then third place. When we reached the third place, we were getting the echoes of our first places there.
Okay. That means the
Words were
word has
spreading.
spread.
Yes.
That means there was an effectiveness in your strategy to take your pilot ahead.
And the street vending community itself was curious that something new has come up which finally might solve their ages of problems.
Right.
So that is where confidence also started boosting. Inquiries also started coming in. And the same roadshow happened to be our first 2 to 3 street vendors who took the opportunity, dared to invest and trust us.
Oh, wow.
And gave us the money. We gave them the card.
Hands-on?
Hands-on, obviously.
Before, what do you say? Advance for the card.
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
I get why you are surprised.
That's how the S of success began for you.
Well,
excellent.
What the biggest turn point for us was that we were, everyone else in our ecosystem, or we sitting at our home, think that street vendors might not have money, that kind of money to invest in such things. But what happened is, ironically, and positively, I know,
Yeah,
ironical,
got
I
it.
will
Got it.
count.
Yes.
Street vendors saw the value in it,
Hmm.
gave the upfront cash, full cash payment of the card, and purchased the cards from us.
Okay.
We had prepared in background that if they ask for EMIs and everything, we have talked to our local banks and also partnered with them so that we can offer these cards in EMI as well. But surprisingly, they paid us the full money, purchased the cards, and are using the cards. It's been 2 months, no major background, and they are blessing us that because of us, they are able to continue their earnings till now.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's to a satisfying start. And I'm sure it has been a real confidence and moral booster for you to move ahead.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Again, one more interesting thing what happened is, so we had solved the drivetrain for 300 kgs because the
Okay.
street vending cart is for 300 kgs, right?
Right.
So the motor, the battery that comes. So this is the motor
Okay.
which runs the cart, and this is the swappable battery, which is very easily portable.
Okay.
This battery can be taken home, easily charged like a cell phone, and then brought back to the cart and attached to the cart and easily continue.
And is it
with
something which works on a few hours or a few kilometers, or how does the battery work?
So this battery takes 2 hours to charge,
Okay.
and for when the battery is fully charged, it will assist the street vendor for 10 to 15 kilometers,
Okay.
which is pretty sufficient for their daily vending radius
Okay.
is concerned.
Okay. Right.
So this drivetrain that we had actually solved for lower speed category. I mean, the Indian electric vehicle ecosystem is right now working for high speed conventional vehicles like 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers. But there is a very big market which is currently being ignored because everyone is busy fulfilling the needs of the primary large scale market. We have cracked down that the low speed market is also pretty big,
Right.
and we can sort of have a backdoor entry into electric vehicles space with this product.
Okay.
So for a platform of 300 kgs, the second product we pitched was for the waste collection.
Mm-hmm.
Pune has a waste collection model wherein push carts, which are manual push carts, come door to door.
Okay.
The pushcart operator or the waste picker collects the waste from the household, segregates it then and there itself, and then takes it forward to a bigger vehicle.
Okay.
There are 6,000 of such carts,
Mm-hmm.
and 80% of carts are operated by women.
Okay.
They daily have to push 200 to 300 kgs of waste door to door and do their daily operations like that with a manual cart. We got to know that the contractor of these carts were exploring the electric version of these carts. And since we had solved the baseline drivetrain, we just had to change the form factor.
Right.
So we quickly went Pune, pitched into them. They agreed. They gave us the money for one prototype. They purchased. We quickly developed the prototype. We deployed it there, and for the last 2 to 3 months, they have been using these cards,
Mm-hmm.
the prototype, and the feedback so far has been great.
Okay.
And the lady waste speakers were so happy that their efforts are being reduced without any. I mean, the cart is pretty safe
Right.
as per their operation.
And the stress load on them gets less, so they are able to cover more mileage, I think.
Yeah, that is also the case. The more mileage, the more payload. Single pay speaker can now go to more houses than the older one. So, what's a great news for us is that they were happy with the prototype. So, they have given us a pilot order as well
Oh, that's wonderful.
for 25 cards.
Wow. And I would say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Or
And based on to that achievement, Jalna's Municipal Corporation has also given us the 20 orders.
another salam.
This is pretty overwhelming
I agree.
because we were expecting to sell those 10 street vending cards only for the, let's say, 2-3 months slowly.
Right.
But suddenly what happened is now we are on to produce, onto a sudden rise of 50 cards that we need to produce and deploy.
Right. So वो दिल भी धक धक करने लगता है कि कैसे करेंगे.
All is well बोल रहे हैं और चल रहे हैं.
All is well. I would say Three Idiots का इसमें बहुत काम आता है. फिल्म के डायलॉग का all is well.
All is well.
Absolutely. Right. So that's great motivation to put you on your feet.
Yeah, and that's a great validation as well that we
Yes.
are on to something.
Yes.
We are creating a value.
Right.
Now we are also thinking of expanding the payload capacity from 300 kgs to 1 ton.
Okay.
So we have built a prototype as well and deployed it. We have been fortunate in our journey that even our prototype we have been able to sell it.
Right.
Even the prototype has been sold. Nothing is staying idle at here.
Right.
So the 1 ton capacity industrial material handling cart is also developed for 1 ton capacity and sold.
Okay. And
So-
sold to the industry.
Sold to the industry
And where? In Jalna?
In Jalna itself.
Wonderful.
And it's being used for last 2 to 3 months without any major breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
It actually is a positive thing and also a scary thing as well because 2-3 महीने हो गए हैं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इज अ पॉजिटिव थिंग बट कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इज अ नेगेटिव थिंग
तो बेचेंगे बिकेंगे कैसे ज्यादा ऐसा?
नहीं
तो
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है अभी तो मतलब कुछ बड़ा आगे ना हो जाए ऐसे.
समझ में नहीं आया, फिर आप समझाओ थोड़ा.
मतलब कि देखो प्रॉब्लम ना आना इज अ पॉजिटिव थिंग बट अ स्केरी थिंग एज वेल क्योंकि अभी हम छोटे लेवल पे हैं
जी.
तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि जितनी ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स अभी आके खत्म हो जाए और प्रोडक्ट फाइनल हो जाए, प्रोडक्ट का इटरेशन अच्छे से हो, प्रोडक्ट रिलायबल बने, वो अच्छा है. पर अभी तक नहीं आ रही है तो फॉर्चुनेटली नहीं आ रही है.
No, that's good. You shall have a brave heart. Yes, the technology is good, moving well with various payloads. So your success rate is growing. But I agree, you need to get more such affirmations for your confidence to build up to the industrial level.
Exactly.
I agree.
And that
So is 1 ton the max limit that you would be looking to scale your cart at?
At local Jalna's manufacturing facility is pretty dominated by steel manufacturing.
Right.
And steel itself is a heavy
Right,
part,
exactly.
heavily dense part. So we have interest from local steel industries that if we could extend somehow the payload till 5 ton, then there will be a pretty big market which will open up for us.
Very good. And it's possible.
It's definitely possible. We are exploring the drivetrains, and once we get the reliable drivetrain, we'll build the prototype and sell it that as well.
Right. So you are now beginning your idea from a social cause, I would say, the
Yes,
street
yes,
vendors and
yes.
their problems, to a social cause of the waste pickers and a model of waste picking and segregation
Right.
to the industry.
Right.
So I think your idea is scaling up to becoming a material handling solution for the societal issues as well as for the industrial scale, right from 300 kgs to the current stage of 5 tons that you are looking at scaling. Excellent.
Well put.
Excellent. Excellent. So I would say this is a jumping or a galloping stages of success for you, which will be shown to the world, but the issues, the stresses, the patience, the impatience, the finance is all for you to handle.
Yes.
I would really want to, know more about the concept of naming this company. The concept of, because you have a product which is going to sell, but then you need to give a name which you have to think futuristic. So, and I do not know whether it's numerology, and you say your company is Virra Electrics. On your card, I see a beautiful elephant configured
Right.
before your name. So, I mean, everything has to be symbolic because it's something which you're doing it out of your own love. Is there a story behind that too?
So yeah, the elephant is our mascot basically.
Okay, the elephant is your mascot.
It symbolizes that our cards are reliable and strong
Right.
like an elephant
Okay.
and friendly enough
Okay.
so that they will help you in your journey from start till end.
Right.
And no load would be on you. The whole load will be taken onto our shoulders
Okay.
and you just focus on your work.
Right. Very, very well conceptualized. And now what about the name?
So name Veera is from my father's name Mahavir.
Uh-huh. So you
we
took the
put-
VIR from your father's name.
and we wanted to deliberately make the name feminine so
Okay.
that since at that time while the naming of the company we were totally focused on street vending, right? So we wanted to have participation of women into the street vending economy as well,
Right.
because
And
the
there
car-
are quite a few of them.
yes,
But the ease of functioning can add more.
exactly.
Right.
So we aspire to make our street vending cart so aesthetically pleasing and so easy to use that a lady operating a push cart of that beauty or that aesthetics would attract more customers to purchase goods from her,
Okay.
and in turn she would be the one who will be taking care of her family and earning good
Right.
independently.
Right. I think one more congratulation goes to you for, we talk of diversity and all that in thought, but this is how you've really implemented it from the go, that you want to make women equal partners to a economy,
Yeah.
which is something where both men and women work hand in hand, but the women's contribution can still be enhanced. So
Exactly.
this is something I would really congratulate you again for this particular thought of yours. The inclusion of the family, because that matters, the family name, and also thinking about the society and one aspect of the society with the name of your company and the meaning behind it. So,
So the
that's
name
something
and
nice.
the name and the mascot and the thought behind has to be communicated, and that is why we want to have a proper branding strategy or a branding marketing campaign
Right.
behind these, because see, we are building a street vending cart and the whole daily earning of a street vendor depends on our cart. So if we fail or a cart encounters a failure, that whole day's earning is at stake for the
Right.
street vendors.
Right.
So we need to communicate that our carts are so reliable like an elephant that it won't leave you stranded in between the road, and you are pretty much well ahead with your earning. Everything else will be taken care of us.
So far, so good, Sanyam. But what I understand that the whole market of the electric world is China dependent. And I'm not sure how much that affects your business currently, plus the whole geopolitical situations which are affecting the supply chain. Has it created some dent in your speed for the Virra Electric carts?
Okay, so the scale at which we right now are operating, we didn't think that the global supply chain issues or geopolitical issues will have a ripple effect on our scale as well,
Right,
which is pretty small scale right now.
right.
But ironically, it had.
Okay,
The LPG shortage that has affected the whole industry has also affected us as well, because we fabricate the chassis of the cars here,
right.
but we send them to powder coating,
Ah, okay.
and the furnaces at powder coating are fueled by LPG cylinders, and since there is a short supply of LPG cylinders,
Industrial LPGs.
industrial LPG cylinders. So
Right.
we are facing the delay with respect to receiving the powder coated cart and then also delivering it to the customer ahead. But we've been fortunate that our customers are considerate of the current situation and they are supporting us.
Okay,
Apart from that, the China dependency that you rightly pointed out,
Mhm.
yes, currently we are dependent on China,
Uh-huh.
but we aspire to
On,
integrate
on what part?
on particularly the motor and the controller part,
I see.
because the Indian manufacturers are, as I previously told you, totally focused on commercial electric vehicles like two-wheelers, three-wheelers. So the motors which are being used are a little different from our applications, because our applications are low speed.
Right.
So we require higher torque motors.
Right.
And the controllers also are a little bit different with respect to the firmware inside them. So right now we are in talks with local manufacturers who,
So currently these are imported from China.
yes,
Okay.
pretty much everyone is importing the motors and
So,
controls from
so
China.
you, because of your volume, you would be dependent on traders,
Yes,
and they may not be stocking as much as your requirement, leading to delays, etc.
yes, because the China demands volumes,
Right.
which we currently do not have.
Right.
So we need to be dependent on traders.
Right.
And since the particular type of motor that we import or we use is not heavily imported, so at that, with respect to that as well, we are dependent. So we'll have to navigate the current situation till we reach a certain scale. And once we reach a certain scale, we also would have the cash flows in place,
Right.
so that we can divert these cash flows into the backward R&D.
Right.
And yes, we do aspire to integrate the components backward as well, so that if a sudden scale up, like just now what happened, comes into the future, we should be well prepared.
Right. So this is a very nice learning from a challenge, that you will have to set your plans towards backward integration, or setting up units locally which could support your business
Yes.
in the way that you would want it to grow. So this is a real good idea and a way of positively handling a challenge, and that's an entrepreneurial spirit. What about the materials that you are using in making the cart? Apart from, I think you're using steel sheets only right now?
Yeah, so the tubes and the sheets are currently being used, but we are also exploring into the different kind of materials like wooden platforms or fiberglass platforms, bamboos, etc. So yes, we will keep on exploring the alternative materials so that the long-term usability of the cart increases. There's no weight, so there's weight reduction as well,
Right.
with respect to using the optimal materials,
Right.
and which at the end affects on the range of the cart or
Exactly.
the handling maneuverability of the cart, everything.
Right. One last question to you, Sanyam. What is the future you foresee for Virra Electrics?
So we want to be an established and trusted industry partner for all the material handling solutions from Jalna to India and hopefully to the globe.
Excellent. Happy to have met you, Sanyam. And I believe Sanyam and the journey of Virra Electric is a story in the art of not giving up. I mean, the art of confidence to face the future, the bravery of foreseeing the unknown, of persistence and patience, the belief in self, and above all, a long journey with joy in the process. Thank you once again, Sanyam. Your journey has been a learning in persistence, patience, and the spirit of entrepreneurship. Best wishes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Namaste.